So if you go online today, you see podcast after podcast of, the manosphere or, super extreme feminists, and I get it, it gets a lot of views. There's a lot of hurt people out there looking for validation. But deep down, I think that people really want genuine connection with another person, right? And fortunately for me, I found that with my current relationship, and people have noticed it. They feel the energy, and a lot of people have messaged me privately like, Jimmy, bro, what's the secret? What's the secret, bro? Like, real talk, people have DM'd me, asking me multiple questions. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me get on camera and just let me tell you guys what's working for me. I want to give you these tips to have a thriving relationship, because I'm telling you, men, that it may sound cliche, it may sound like simping, but like when you find that solid woman by your side, it really elevates your game to a whole new level. And I can say that from experience. I can say that from a former bitter man a few years ago who was hurt. But as I worked on myself and applied these principles I'm gonna share in this video, it changed everything for me for the better. And I'm gonna put you on some real game, so you're not gonna wanna miss this. Hey, what's up folks? Jimmy here, Ingrain the Train, back with more heat for you guys. And today I just wanna talk about what I see a ton of on the internet today. And that is kind of the whole manosphere versus feminism, YouTube, social media battles. It just simply amazes me that there's this strong war on, the modern woman versus, the high value man. It's just so interesting to me. And, I study psychology, I study mindset. So I watch just to kind of hear perspectives. And honestly, a lot of it, what I hear is a lot of hurt people that are projecting their hurt onto the other side, instead of really trying to understand the other side's point of view and then coming to that middle ground. That's just what I see. I could be wrong, but hey, I'm open for the discussion. Let's talk about it in the comments. I get it. I used to be bitter. I was in some very bad relationships. Me being the nice guy, the guy that bought gifts, the guy that was loyal, the guy that was respectful. Just call myself, just being like a nice guy, educate. My relationships weren't working out, and I couldn't figure out why. So I was just mad. I fell into that trap of like, oh, the modern woman doesn't want a nice guy, they want a thug, or they want the bad boy, they want, the asshole, that I fell into that mindset. And as a result, I just kept attracting more toxicity. And then finally, I just all right, I don't know what I'm doing. I got me some help. So I was already in therapy. I got a life coach, and I talked to a dating coach just to get some perspective on some things. And it was really a good investment all around, and it really helped me heal internally, but it also helped me shift my mindset, how I looked at women, how I looked at myself, but also I got an understanding on attraction, right? And so right now I'm in an awesome relationship. It's amazing, like we flow so well, and you look at all our pictures, you can just feel the love and the energy. People have been like, man, you two look like you belong together. Everything about it's just so great. And you can just tell we're very happy together, and it's genuine. We have that genuine, deep connection. However, right, it wasn't like just luck, right? It took work on both of our ends as individuals to come together and show up as the best version of ourselves for each other. And I just want to share what I did that really helped me out. And, I just hope to put some people on game to help them find out their soulmate, improve their relationships, and essentially and I'm speaking from a man's perspective, ladies. I can't give too much insight because I'm not a woman, but me and Gina, my girlfriend, we do have our own YouTube channel, The Conscious Couple Pod, where we're going to be talking about our dating dynamics and giving more tips on there too. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. Essentially, here's some game for you guys. And the first things first, fellas, you have to be on your purpose. I'm telling you right now, I talked about it in multiple videos, and I'm saying it again. First priority as a man in your masculine energy, you have to be on your purpose. I'm gonna use Ebony Williams as an example. She got ripped to shreds for what she said, and maybe she didn't word it in the best way, but here's how I interpreted it. When she said that she wouldn't date the bus driver unless he owned the bus. How I looked at it was, one, she has the right to date whoever she wants to date. Like, okay, if she wants to date an entrepreneur, that's her choice, right? Like, why do we care? But I think the bigger message is that what she was saying was that entrepreneurs tend to be more ambitious, and entrepreneurs tend to be more purpose-driven. Like, she doesn't want somebody that's just okay with just going to work and then coming home and sitting on the couch and cracking open a beer, right? Maybe I look too far into it, but just based on what I've studied on women and what they're attracted to, that's how I took what she said. That she wants somebody that's hustling, somebody that's on a mission, that's somebody that's trying to build something, right? That's what she's attracted to. And honestly, a lot of women are attracted to that. You don't necessarily have to be an entrepreneur, but what are you working on that's bigger than yourself? What are you doing that adding value to, yourself, the community, society? Like, women are attracted to that. And one of the things that my lady was attracted to me is that she sees how many people I impact through, my workouts, through me coaching sports, how many athletes I've helped get scholarships over the years, how I've helped people like change their lives, how, I'm on camera, giving out game on Instagram, YouTube videos. Like, she sees me doing that. She sees me putting myself out there. And that's one of the things that drew her to me is my ambition, right? She knows I'm trying to do something bigger. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have mills in the bank yet. That doesn't matter because she sees that I'm hustling. She sees I'm on my grind. She sees that, I'm working towards something big, and that I'm just not settling, that I'm not just like playing video games with my feet up, not trying to do something bigger and better with life. She sees that I'm really trying to build and grow something, and that's attracted to her. So, moral of the story, you got to be on your purpose, and that has to come first, right? A mistake guys make is they'll start hustling, they'll start grinding, and then they'll meet somebody they like, and they'll stop or they'll pull back on that and start to put too much energy on her. And initially she'll like it, but however, once that high kind of wears off and she sees you're not on your mission like she was attracted to when she first got with you, now she's starting to get turned off. You know what I'm saying? So you never want to abandon your mission even when you do get with somebody. If anything, find a way to include them with you, if you can. Like, again, me and Gina teaming up, and we're doing a social media channel, YouTube channel together, right? Because we have an opportunity to do something together, and it fits in with my purpose, which she's attracted to. And I'm also supporting her and helping her with her brand. And, it's pretty dope how it all came together, for us. So, purpose-driven men. Second thing is you have to understand women are very intuitive. Like, they feel everything, right? And I didn't quite understand that, Teresa, but they feel everything. And what I'm getting at is that they can feel your energy behind your actions. So with that said, say you're being a nice guy, right? You're opening the doors, you're buying the flowers, you're paying for the date, but your intention isn't genuine. Like, you're doing that to get something out of her. You're not doing it just because you genuinely are. Well, they can feel that. And what happens is you'll meet a lot of women who will take those things as long as you're willing to give it, and then you'll be pissed off when she loses interest in you. But you gotta remember, your intention wasn't pure. It was actually, you were doing those things out of a form of manipulation, whether you look at it that way or not. And that's what my coach shed light on with me when I was doing those things. He's like, it comes off as manipulative. And I'm like, really? I never thought of it that way. He's like, yeah, you want her to be attracted to you. And if you're gonna do those things, it's because you want to do it. And how you know you really want to do it, you're not pissed off if you do those things and you don't get a quote unquote reward out of it. Right. Now, people will be like, oh, well, that sounds like simping. That sounds like simping. No. Here's the difference. You're doing something because it's genuinely, like, you just meet a woman, right? And you're genuinely that guy. You open the doors, you bring flowers, and do all those things. The difference between a masculine man and a simp will keep doing those things even though she's like clearly not showing interest. Right? So he thinks if he does more of this, it's going to get her to show more interest, right? Manipulative. But if that's just who you are, and you're in your masculine frame, you'll cut it off when you see like she's not interested. Like you can just feel the vibe, and instead of trying to like change her mind to see she's not feeling it, you just cool. give a grown man answer like, hey, I appreciate your time, but this isn't working out, and you just go about your business. But there's two different energies there, so women can feel your energy. So with me and Gina, everything that I do is because it's just who I am. I never put on this mask of perfection to try to impress her, right? Matter of fact, we have a story, I'm not gonna share it in this video, but we have a story when we first reconnected, because we had met prior many years ago. But when we first reconnected, I was actually not dressed to impress at all. It was actually kind of embarrassing looking back on it. I'm lucky I didn't scare her away, to be honest with you. But we hugged and we felt our souls connected. Again, it's another story, but the reason I'm sharing that example is that I didn't come out the gate trying to look perfect for her. I just was always my true, genuine self, my most vulnerable self with her. She was attracted to me. And my energy, everything I do is just who I am. It's not a mask, it's not a facade. So it's real, it's genuine. She could feel that. So as a result, because she could feel that that's who I am, and that's my energy, and those are my desires. When I open the doors and I buy her flowers, it's because I want to make her feel safe. She reciprocates that energy by being very nurturing, very supportive, giving me words of affirmation every day, making sure that I'm satisfied in all areas. Catch what I'm saying? I just want you to remember that they feel your energy, guys. I don't really understand how that works, but I just accept that that's how it is. So just make sure that whenever you're doing something, right, it's genuinely because you want to do it, not because you're trying to manipulate the situation. Okay. So next tip, you gotta communicate. I know, right? Communication. Oh, this was one that I struggled with, guys, for so long, because I was always afraid of tough conversation. If you want to thrive in a relationship, you have to learn how to communicate. And people think communicating is just being able to talk. Communicating is a two-way street. You have to be able to talk, but you have to be able to actively listen. You have to try to understand the other side's perspective. Even if you don't get it, even if you don't agree, you have to try your best to understand. A lot of times people they communicate only because they're trying to prove their point, not because they're trying to understand the other side and find a middle ground. And I was really bad at that. I used to try to run from the tough conversations, and then I would hold stuff in, and then I would, real bad conversation, I'd just blow up, and it just, a lot of things would get said, and it was just awful. So you have to be willing to communicate. And that's one of me and Gina's strongest strengths with our relationship is the communication. And here's the thing, you got to understand that men and women, communicate differently. So you have to understand how your partner communicates, how they use certain words, how they perceive things, so you can communicate in a way that they understand, and that doesn't, in a way that doesn't necessarily make them feel attacked or triggered. And that can be hard to do. That's why listening is so important, and coming from a space of trying to understand it as opposed to trying to be right. It's a different energy. And if she feels that you're coming from that standpoint, well, she's gonna put up a guard too, and it's gonna be that rather than a smooth, dynamic conversation. So, you just want to make sure that you are listening and you understand how she perceives things, how she communicates. And once you get that down, it's gonna take your relationship to a whole new level. I promise you that. So be willing to, have conversations, be willing to understand, be willing to listen, be open to feedback, and, do your best to try to find a middle ground. And this goes for both sides, but as a man, it starts with you and your energy. If you're coming in all emotionally, high strung, well, she's gonna feel that and she's gonna react. So you gotta be grounded. You heard the term, the grounded man. You wanna be grounded, you wanna be calm, you wanna be in your, in control of your emotions when you're gonna have these conversations, when you're gonna communicate, and just stay grounded, stay mellow. Sometimes they need to vent, they need to, get their feelings out, just listen. Sometimes it's hard to just listen. Let them get it out, stay grounded, give them a hug, and you'll be amazed at the different response that you get out of it, and then you can have the conversation. And a lot of times, guys, when you make her feel safe because you didn't overreact, you didn't attack, you kept your cool, they'll say, babe, you decide, try it. Because arguing doesn't work, right? How many times have you tried arguing? How many times you tried, cursing her out and flipping out and, beating on your chest, and it just went nowhere, right? You're just two pissed off people. So try it, see how that works for you. I know, like, I've grown so much in that area, and I'm telling you guys what, like when Gina, we talk and, we have our conversations, but every single time at the end, she goes, all right, babe, well, you decide. I trust you. Every time, I promise you. And I'm telling you, like, if I didn't learn how to properly communicate, that would not be her response. I promise you. So we're both Aries. So, those who follow, astrology knows and two rams butt heads. So, you gotta be willing to communicate. And then, the next one is just, you have to, again, this goes to purpose, but I'll even go back to, just how you take care of yourself. It amazes me how many men out here can't do a pull-up, can't run a mile, can't walk upstairs without being out of breath. I mean, it's just, we really just let ourselves like get lazy and just be out of shape and team dad bod. Like, we don't, we got to get stronger out here. We got to take care of ourselves physically. We got to take care of ourselves mentally. We got to take care of ourselves emotionally. Right? We got to do better with self-care. We have to take care of ourselves, because again, if you want to be the leader of a relationship, you want a woman to trust you, but you're not taking care of yourself, how's she going to expect you to take care of kids, take care of her, take care of her family? How's she going to trust your lead when she sees that, you're not taking care of your body, that you're not taking care of your emotions, that you're not taking care of your health, right? Those are turnoff. It's not going to work out well for you when you don't take care of yourself. But I promise you, when you prioritize self-care, self-love, that you're taking care of those things, that you're working on your body, right? I'm not saying look like a bodybuilder, like you're trying to be a fitness competitor, but you're working out. You're working on your body, you're looking good, you're taking care of your health, you're going to the doctor, you're getting physicals, you're making sure everything is healthy, that you're going to be, taking preventive measures so you could be here for the long term. Emotions, are you working on, any childhood traumas or, things from the past that you're holding on to? Are you actively like getting help with that, either through therapy, through church counseling, through life coaching? Like, are you working on those things, right? Self-care is so important. And if you want your lady to look up to you, you want her to surrender to your lead, you have to take care of yourself. There's no getting around it. Take better care of yourself. And that, honestly, it should have nothing to do with her, how she reacts anyways. You should want to do that for yourself. You just want to do that for yourself anyways. Take care of yourself, be the best version of yourself you can, and again, just watch how things change for you. And then last but not least, you have to have gratitude. So you hear it all the time, the attitude of gratitude. You have to have gratitude. And like every day, me and Gina, we call each other in the morning, we do 5 minutes of gratitude. Both of us say how grateful for, we are for the day. But we always make sure we include how grateful we are for each other and things that we've done for each other. Show the other side appreciation. You want to be grateful, right? Nothing feels worse than being unappreciated. Celebrate your girl. Celebrate her win. Celebrate when she does something good. Tell her that, you notice something little that she does around the house. Tell her, hey, babe, I appreciate you. She hits a milestone. Just tell her how dope that is. Be her support system. Encourage her when she's having a bad day. Give her a hug. Tell her it's gonna, you got her. Like, hey, babe, I got you. If you want to talk, I got you. Sometimes they just want to be held. And just be grateful. I learned this from Tony Robbins. Turn your expectations into appreciation. So like a lot of times when like the woman does something for them, just people in general, but I'm speaking from a man's perspective, like you kind of expected her to do it because she's always done it. So then you don't really show the appreciation, or you don't verbally express that you appreciate the action. But I'm telling you, those appreciations go a long way. Gina does a lot of little things for me, and I say thank you every single time. Every single time. Like we're at a restaurant, they bring over the rolls, the dinner rolls and stuff like that. We're out to eat. I look down on my plate. She's always always got a piece of butter bread on my plate. As soon as my plate's empty, there's another one. And like she butters my bread for me. Sounds little, but like she's making sure that I'm good. I noticed that, so I always say thank you. When in the mornings when I got to get up early and leave for work at, I'm leaving at 3:30 in the morning to get to my first session, you know, she'll get up before me and she'll make sure I have breakfast before I go and a protein shake, you know. Little things like that. She's just making sure that I'm good before I go. And I always make sure that I say I'm grateful for her, that I appreciate her, that I make her, you know, feel like I desire her. And as a result, like, again, our relationship is just so loving and caring. So what I'm saying is be willing to show more gratitude and verbalize that gratitude more. Find those little things that are being done for you and let her know how much you appreciate it. I don't know, you're grateful. Do the 5 minutes of gratitude every morning. It goes a long way. I promise you, there's a reason why all the manifestation coaches, all the life coaches, all the gurus say practice gratitude. Apply it to your relationship. There's a bunch of other things I could go on, but again, more of those will be on our YouTube channel, The Conscious Couple Pod. Fellas, this was for you guys. You know, this is some masculine things you can do that's going to improve your relationship or attract that right woman to you. If you follow those, it worked wonders for me. I know it'll work for you because, hey, we can't help what we're attracted to. And these 5 things I listed are like key drivers of attraction, guys. And I promise you, you'll be in my inbox thanking me if you apply them. So that's all I got for you today. Please make sure you follow me on social media, TikTok and Instagram at Ingrained to Train. Book your consult at www. Smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think. In the meantime, guys, I'm checking out.